Hi there. Disclaimers, my thoughts and opinions, also I swear. Now, I live in Leicester and I've woken up today. It is Sunday, the 5th of January 2025. And I was promised by the media that I was going to wake up today to a winter wonderland. For about the last week, I've been seeing articles, and yes, I am guilty of being baited to click. But one of the articles I saw the other day was telling me and the whole country to go out and stock up on 6 essential items because we were going to be snowed in. I think candles was one of them. Obviously, bread, milk will have been some. I didn't really pay that much attention, but I did click on it, right? And we were told on one of the articles that the only place that was going to survive this onslaught, that wasn't going to get some kind of snow, was Cornwall. Now, for years, for a couple of years, I've been noticing they have clickbait where they'll say exact date snow to hit. You've all seen them, exact day snow to hit and whatever. And you click on it and it's always this will happen in Scotland because it's snowier in Scotland because it's more northern. Do you know what I mean? But these ones, it's like, no, the whole country is going to be blanketed with snow. Proper pointing out, sort of suggesting a kind of day after tomorrow type scenario. You know, like, it, you know, fear porn, be scared, be very afraid, right? And last night it snowed, just like they said it would. Saturday night, that's when it's going to hit, and tonight it snowed. Last night it snowed. And I got up today and there's some patches of snow left, but it's rained. Last night, one of my friends on Facebook said that, yes, it had snowed, but it had started raining there afterwards, so the snow was gone. Now, they could predict this snowfall so readily, right? Or, you know, down to a several hour period, and they didn't know that it was going to rain after. No. Right. So yeah, again, it was bullshit. This ties into something. I have a subscriber who is now a Facebook friend called KJ. Hi, KJ. And she messaged me last night, and she'd been round her partner's house and actually watched some telly, and she said every other advert was about dementia. In fact, she said she gave a little rundown of the adverts that she's seen: funeral plans, life insurance plans, dementia, starving children. Right? Right. Now, at the minute, we've got an elderly populace that is being fleeced, that is being pushed. They're being fear-porned into taking medicines that won't harm them. As if you've been with me for a long time, you will know that I am adamant, personal opinions, that the flu jab killed my mother. Because every year she had it, she ended up in hospital. And once it was the day after she'd had it, or the same day, or whatever. And then she decided she wasn't going to have it, and then she forgot because she'd got dementia by this point. And she had it and went in hospital, didn't come back out again. And I am not a fan, right? And I saw a little video on Facebook yesterday of this old lady, and some chap was, I don't know, do they call it door stopping in the street? Like, literally, he called her over and said, like, you know, did you have that thing we're not allowed to talk about because censorship, mate. Literally, the world we're living in is FUBAR. And she said, yeah, of course I did. Like I had it. And he's like, why did you have it? Did you feel like you were meant to have it? She said, I just do as I'm told. And that's pretty much what old people do, because they've been brought up in a world, like the world wasn't this corrupt when I was little. Their generation on, the world was nothing like this corrupt when they were little. So they are more trusting, and the older you get, the more you rely on help from the state. I had another friend on Facebook is American, and she collects receipts, and it was receipts, shopping lists. She works at Fleet Farm, I think. Is that what it's called? And she'd found this receipt, and it was just a list of medication, and then at the bottom it said get a booster. That was what this elderly person, it was obviously an elderly person's handwriting, that's what this person had gone out to do, sort out their medications, and on top of that, getting that SHOT was part of their list of the things they've got to do, because that's what they're told they've got to do in order to survive. Now, they've just, in England, we're going through, winter and the old people and the exorbitant fuel prices, literally so that people can get record profits every year. We are being forced to not to choose between heat or eat, and the elderly are suffering the worst, and they're taking away their winter fuel allowance, and also fear porning them, because old people are more likely to watch TV, let's face it, especially if they're on their own, bless them, it's company, and they're being fear porned constantly. Now, the worst thing you can do for illness is focus on that bloody illness. I stand before you, somebody who's had multiple sclerosis for 20 years and can still walk, because I was like, no, I'm not getting in touch with other people who've got it. I don't want to know other people's stories. I'm doing this by myself. I'm coping with it what feels right. Anyways, that's, this ain't about me, but these elderly people, or elderly, our ancestors, our parents, our grandparents are being fed fear porn designed, I think, personally, to push them over the fucking edge, because the elderly are the most useless of useless eaters to these bastards. Let's not forget their ultimate goal is Depop. I'm trying to not get the video taken down, basically, but they have said it. They've all said it. Well, the people who work for these bastards, we don't know who them bastards are, but the people who are the public faces, right? And I can't name them because I've had a thingy taken down for the Microsoft guy, naming him and his intent. But basically, so that's one thing that I want to mention. But the main thing, the reason that I did this video is for clickbait. Now, I have a bugbear with advertising, as you know. And if you watched my video, Summing Up 2024, you will know that I caved and paid the extortion fee for YouTube, because I couldn't bear not being able to watch anything without Jet Zoo holidays. And how does HelloFresh keep its food so cold and fresh? And fucking all of that bollocks. And it was affecting my chi. So I paid to stop it. Now, the thing that you get with that is, how do people advertise to you? How do people make their money if you are stopping them advertising to you? Now, I've said before on MSN, if you watch a news article on MSN, it comes with a non-skippable ad. You cannot get away from ads, because this is how people make their money. Now, news used to be about news. when I was little. Journalism used to be about news. And when I was younger, that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. One of the many things was a journalist. I wanted to be a journalist. I'm a natural writer. So I was like, right, I want to write. And that's the best way to do it. You know what I mean? And I can be doing some good. I am so glad I did not go down that route, because now it's bullshit. Yesterday I clicked because like I say, I am guilty. Like I do click. I am baited to click, right? It was a news article. It said a really specific number. People to lose, Lloyd's bank account holders set to lose 500 and some, a really 573 or something like that. But it was a really specific number if you don't take these steps. Now, I have a Lloyd's bank account, thought, let's have a look, clicked on it, and it was like, you could get scammed. And it's like that. And I was, by clicking on that, I was scammed. Let me explain. We all have 24 hours in a day, every single one of us, right? That is the only commodity that any of us have to spend, and we all have. Every single person on this planet has that same 24 hours to spend. You can't get any more. You can't get any less, well, unless you drop dead, obviously. But or you're in a coma or some shit like that. But we all have those 24 hours to spend. It's just that for some people, those 24 hours equate to no money. And to some people, those 24 hours equate to millions of pounds, because they are taking the money from the other people. We should be sharing. That we were designed to share. Humanity was put on this earth to share. We're all born naked and alone with only our two hands, our gifts and abilities, and the earth's bounty to do things with those gifts and abilities. And we have 24 hours. Now, those 24 hours are the most precious commodity you have to spend. That's why I'm like always gobsmacked if somebody takes their time out to, leave me a little comment and whatever. It's like you're spending some of your 24, or just to watch my videos. It's like you're spending some of your 24 hours on me. And that, I appreciate what you're spending on me. My direct opposition, not so much. Now, what's happening with this clickbait thing is, when you click on somebody's ad and hang about and read their thing, they get revenue from that, apparently. If I'm wrong on that, please let me know. But what I've been told by a Zedder, to be fair, is that if you click, because this is all foreign to me. I am old. I am, a techno-tard. So I need help on these things. But apparently when you click on something, that's why people do clickbait, because once you go on there, it's like on YouTube. People do clickbait on YouTube all the time, right? And they'll say something really outrageous, like with the Liam Payne, when Liam Payne passed and everybody brought up the old P. Diddy thing, which was a complete bag of nonsense. That Graham Norton interview was a complete bag of nonsense. It was nothing, it did not indicate that Liam Payne was killed by P. Diddy at fucking all. But so many people brought out videos saying, we know who killed Liam Payne. We, because he was murdered. Let's face it, the Argentinian police and legal system would have you think anything else, but he was murdered, in my personal opinion, and that will either come out or it won't. But thank you, YouTubers, for sticking to it, because it needs to fucking come out, because the corruption of the whole world needs pointing at, because we're just letting everything go by. Anyway, carry on. So, if you click on this thing, and again, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on this, but from what I've been led to believe, you click on it and that gets them some revenue. So they're putting out any old shite, right? And it may seem like a victimless crime, but they're lying to you. And by lying to you, by you being interested just to look to see if it is a lie or whether there is some truth in it, and maybe this article will be legit, they are stealing your time. The only commodity you have to play with, to spend, the only thing you have to spend, they're taking some of it for themselves, and you get nothing from it because there's nothing there legitimately that's going to change your world in any way, shape or form. But they have got what they wanted, your time. And you are spending your time so that they can make money. This whole world is on its arse because them bastards who were left with secrets chose to cloak them in symbols and allegory and use them to basically enslave the entire planet for their own fucking benefit. And if you don't believe me, look at how many numbers they have compared to us. Just a side note, just want to have this in there because I dreamt about Donald Trump last night. And you know what I'm like with my dreaming. If you have, but you know, if you are a regular subscriber and you have been following along, I learn most of my stuff, and I get most of my little nudges in my sleep. And last night I dreamt about Donald Trump, and when I got up this morning, it was like, if Donald Trump was a threat, Donald Trump would be dead. Now, and if Vladimir Putin was a threat, Vladimir Putin would be dead. We all know Zelensky ain't real. We all know that surely by now. That man is just, it's huge. Whether you think it's money laundering or whatever, but it is a huge con, right? Now, you may argue that Donald Trump had some attempts on his life. No, they can get to people. They can get to people. Like Novichok, mate. If they want you dead, if they want somebody dead, that person's going to be dead. However it gets done. They will certainly not allow them to have airtime. Now, the only part, obviously, Elon Musk, personal opinion, always been fucking dodgy, mate. Man's paid. He's getting his money. Think it's hilarious that he's touted as the richest man on the planet. It's like, mate, go further up, you know. But they control the media, ultimately. So they'll have it. It's good for them that Elon Musk is seen as the richest person on the planet because it takes the attention away from them. Anyways, yeah. But they can get to people. They can get to anybody. Do you know what I mean? There was a lady once called Brenda Leyland, Rip, who spoke out about the McCanns. She was found dead in a Holiday Inn in Leicester, and she'd apparently killed herself with a can of helium balloon canister. She'd left her house. She'd been doorstepped. Guy, not Martin Lewis, he's the money guy. Martin, somebody, I think. And he'd just gone to talk to her outside the front of her house. She's like, what? Don't know what you're on about, mate. And this woman had written online, like, I have no intentions of taking my own life. If anything happens to me, please somebody research it. Please somebody be as tenacious about my death as I am about Madeleine McCann's death. And apparently she just took herself to a Holiday Inn after somebody stopping her on the doorstep and saying, what are you doing talking about this? You're being a nasty lady. She's like, no, I ain't. Got in a car and went and killed herself. Fuck off. Brushed under the carpet. But this is the thing. They want you dead. You will be dead. Right? I'm glad I don't work in a Holiday Inn in Leicester. They're the ones who used to let Greville Janner rent out the pool to bum little boys. Young men, sorry. You know. Allegedly. According to the police reports, I think it was a police report I've seen. Anyways, well, let's say it's gossip. Let's say it's all gossip, right? But the world is a stage. trust no one, believe nothing, not even me. And I know I'm telling you the truth. But all I'm saying is think for yourselves, please. With this whole, all of this advert being about dementia and death and prepare for your death and all this I really think that they're trying to mentally push the elderly over the edge. And it's, no, we have to stop these people. This has to stop. The way that the world is being run at this minute, it has gone so far that literally not being able to see it is a conscious choice, is a conscious decision. I have friends, and I've lost friends over the years who were like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Just don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it. I'm happy going down the route I'm going down. I just want my life to be what my life is. And that's what the majority of people are going to feel like. And that is fine. We don't need you to riot at dawn. We don't need you to come with us on the armoured hippos and overthrow the patriarchy. We just need people to pay a little bit of attention and think, right, okay, there's people that want to change this. I'm not going to stand in their way, because something needs to be done. We need to wake up on a greater scale. Now, I've been doing this for 17 years, as you know, and I've seen the change. I've seen regular people talking about this, people that I wouldn't expect, going like, hold on a minute, something's wrong. And that is what we need. And that is why they are putting the boot ever more firmly on the neck. Obviously, the less of us that are around, when we do hit critical mass and shit starts to hit the fan, the easier job they're going to have to control us. But that's for another day. For now, just please This is Sheldon. Hi, Sheldon. Sheldon keeps doing this. I'm going to get off now because Sheldon, bless him. This is the one that I had to rush to the PDSA on Christmas Day. Bless his little heart. I love my baby. Anyways, if you've stayed till the end, you've met Sheldon. Hey. Then I owe you a bevy. I may talk on this more when I've not got a cat in my face. But I'm not moving him because, I don't need to be professional. It's my YouTube channel. Oh, and if you've subscribed to me recently, thank you so much. I think, actually, that I'm perhaps going to hit 1,000 in 2025. And then I'm happy to plateau at that, because we need, the less people that see me, the less they're going to see me in it. And all about planting the seeds. Plant as many seeds as you can. Like I've been doing this for 17 years, planting the seeds, and hopefully by the time I'm caught up with, then I'll have done my work, and that's what I came here to do. Me and old Whiskers over it, Tiny Tim, who did not die, ain't that swell? Wish you a very happy new year, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for being here. Please come back and never forget that I love you all. Bye.